It's really funny. I've noticed this with social media. Men, I'm not going to speak for women. Men struggle admitting they're wrong. You can see it on Twitter. It's okay. I'm wrong every day. I do a segment on Monday. It's my highest rated segment. Colin right, Colin wrong. I've talked to other talk show hosts, and they're like, I don't want to give football picks. And I'm like, why? I'm wrong. So, you think anybody has ever picked every football game right? Stop being afraid to be wrong. Own it. The problem is when you're wrong and you're stubborn, like just admit, I whiffed. I picked stalked, whiffed. Move off it. Okay? So Mel Kiper comes out yesterday and says something that's obvious, which is if Washington can pick Tua at number 2, of course you take him. He's better than Dwayne Haskins. Nobody has any question about that. And you know what? Mel Kiper's right. Tua is better at Dwayne Haskins at everything except size. He's more accurate. He's more mature. He's got more college productivity. He's got more starts. I think he's a better leader, and I think he's more mobile. I don't think Haskins is mobile at all. I think the minute Haskins moves his feet, he becomes a below-average thrower. He needs a totally clean, static pocket. Tua can also play with an authoritarian, defensive-minded coach. He had Nick Saban, Ron Rivera at Washington. So he can handle a coach who's got a little military feel to him. Bottom line, authoritarian, my way or the highway. Tua's better. Just admit it. Tua ate up the SEC defenses. Dwayne Haskins ate up the Big Ten defenses. You tell me what's better. Tua's better. Draft him. Well, the medical stuff, it's all cleared. I mean, again, just admit, Ron Rivera, this is easy. You didn't even pick Dwayne. You can just go, wasn't my guy. This is up to Dan Snyder. And you say, Colin, this is dangerous. There is no precedent. No, we had a precedent 1 year ago. Arizona said Josh Rosen. We got a really good guy coming out that we know is better than the guy we have, and the guy we have wasn't great, Josh Rosen. They moved off him. Arizona's today got the right quarterback. You think Dwayne Haskins last year in 7 starts had 7 TDs, 7 picks, and a selfie. That was the biggest headline. Dwayne Haskins misses snap, taking selfie. And I said this last year, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about work ethic is hit and miss and maturity is a concern. That is not a concern with Tua. In his 2 wins last year, he went 2-5. In his 2 wins, Haskins completed 48% of his throws with no touchdowns and a pick. And in his 2 wins, he beat Detroit without Matt Stafford and Carolina without Cam. Folks, we've seen enough. There's a reason when you watch like American Idol, they give you about 30 seconds. I'm not a musical executive. I'm not a music exec. You can watch somebody for 30 seconds and go, they're not great. I'm not even somebody that knows music. They're not great. We've seen 7 starts, Josh Allen, Dwayne Haskins. That's not going to change a franchise. Well, Colin, you're not giving him any chance. Kyler Murray, first start in the NFL. First start, plays Detroit, Matt Stafford, 4th quarter. Kyler Murray, 4th quarter and overtime. 20 of 29, 285 yards, and 117 passer rating. I said the next week, wow. How long did it take to see Patrick Mahomes? You saw him in week 17 of year 1. You're like, hoo-wee. You saw Lamar Jackson for a couple snaps. Andrew Luck goes 11-5 first year. I've said this before. Sometimes it is hard to differentiate very good from great or good from very good. I get that, right? But you can spot bad. You can spot average really, really quick. You can do it as a judge on a music show. I've been to 30 magic shows in my life. I love magic shows. I take my son. In my life, I used to live in Vegas. I've been to 30. I've been to 6 great ones. By the second trick, you can tell if it's schlocky or it's brilliant. I mean, it didn't take long to watch a movie, to read a script in Hollywood and go, it stinks. It's great. Dwayne Haskins and Tua, it's not close. Listen, just admit it. Arizona was like, you know what? Josh Rosen's fine, but he's not going to change our franchise. Dwayne Haskins is not going to change the future of Washington, but Tua could. Guys struggle admitting, yeah, missed on that one. Why? Warren Buffett misses on stocks. Weathermen miss on the weather. Al Roker misses on the weather. It happens. It's okay. Be big enough to acknowledge it. And Ron Rivera didn't even draft him. So it's the easiest way to admit a mistake. It was somebody else's. It's up to Dan Snyder. Can the owner admit, yeah, we took a shot. Didn't work. All right, so the whole Dak thing. I saw a story this morning. Jerry Jones refers to Dak Prescott as a family member. All right, okay. This is what's holding Dallas back. And Jason Garrett was a family member. Stop it. Other than the Walmart family, the Walton family, that family thing generally can be problematic, right? You're more loyal to family. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just go to numbers. I'm not even going to be emotional. Last 2 years against playoff teams, Dak is 5-10, 22 touchdowns, 20 turnovers. That's Jason Garrett. Maybe it is. Last 8 games against playoff teams, he's 1-7, 8 TDs, 9 picks, passer rating of 82. That's Jason Garrett. Are you sure? That's with the best offensive line, the best running back, a top 12 wide receiver. All right, maybe it's Jason Garrett. But I'll take your word for it. It's Jason Garrett. So Mike McCarthy is different. Shouldn't I, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, at least to be able to say, can I hedge my bet a little? A little. Can I give you a franchise tag for a year? Because he's worked with Rodgers and Favre and won a Super Bowl with both. So at least if he can work with you for a year with that O-line and that running back and Amari Cooper, and he sees his ceiling, because he doesn't know you yet. You guys haven't even, I don't think you've even had down and had a discussion yet. You barely talk outside of the phone. Isn't this why the franchise tag was created? So Dak against good teams last 2 years is bad. That's with a great O-line. That's with a running back. That's with Amari Cooper. And you're telling me it's Jason Garrett. I don't think that's totally true, but I'll give that to you. As long as we're talking about negotiations this week in the NFL, if you give me something, McCarthy knows talent and can elevate it, give me 1 year McCarthy and Dak before I have to commit to 4 to 5 years. Isn't that fair? We talk about negotiations. Franchise tag him. Give him $29 million. That is a lot of money for a 4th-round pick. That's a lot of money. And I'll make you a promise. The franchise, 1 year. That's all I need. In fact, Dak, to be honest with you, we'll probably know after about week 10. But when you're 1-7, 82 passer rating, 8 TDs, 9 picks, the last 8 times you've played playoff teams, we're the Dallas Cowboys. It ain't about September. It's about winning games in November and December and January against playoff teams. And you're bad with a great line, with a great running back, with a great receiver. Can't we at least have 1 year to see if this new Super Bowl winning coach who's done it with 2 different quarterbacks can at least then tell us he's not the guy or he is the guy? That's all I'm asking. I'll give you that is all Jason Garrett. All right, you can have that one. I don't totally believe it, but there's some validity to it. That's all. That's my negotiation Dak talk. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.